Welcome in, everybody, to This Is the Shoot after a stupendous Wrestlemania weekend. I'm going to be talking about this whole week, breaking down matches, my thoughts, my takeaways from what took place at Wrestlemania and different matches. Matches like Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch versus Bianca, the Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold Steve Austin's first match in 19 years. And I'm going to be talking about tonight, Pat McAfee and that whole segment, the co-main event. I'm going to tell you what, for those of you who might have missed out, or for those of you who are surprised, he is over. I'm talking about Pat McAfee. He is so over with the WWE Universe, it's not even funny. So, and he put on one heck of a show. I didn't realize how talented Pat McAfee was. Sure, we got to see what he could do somewhat in NXT, but to see what he was able to do at WrestleMania against Austin Theory in a one-on-one match right in front of Vince McMahon. You want to talk about pressure. It's more pressure than Wheezy right here watching me do this video. Say hi to the people, Wheeze. Yeah. Anyway, the fact of the matter is, Pat McAfee did such a good job. I've seen so many people saying, hey, Pat McAfee needs to be a full-time wrestler. Pat McAfee needs to do, be on the roster. He needs a championship. I want to say no to that for me. I feel like Austin Theory is going to get rewarded, one, for his performance and taking the fall at WrestleMania. Two, Pat McAfee, his main job is a commentator, and he does such a great job at commentating. Is he going to be used in the future? Absolutely, because I wholeheartedly believe in a commentator versus commentator match between Corey Graves and Pat McAfee at some point in time. Like maybe a Team Raw versus Team SmackDown at Survivor Series. Bookmark it. I'm calling that match right now. Anyway, Pat McAfee's not going to be a full-time wrestler. I know that may break some people's hearts. I know it may upset a few of you. But the truth of the matter is, he is a commentator. He's not a full-time wrestler. He's a guest wrestler, and he's going to be used in a guest spot. You know, that old saying that too much of a good thing is bad, will turn out bad. I feel like that's what you have with Pat McAfee. What Pat McAfee is special. You heard it in the ovation from the fans last night during his match before he even came out. He got a major rub by going in one-on-one with Vince McMahon after his match with Austin Theory. Yes, those of you who missed it, those of you who may not know, Vince McMahon versus Pat McAfee did actually happen. And kudos once again to Pat McAfee selling his butt off of Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon's jacked, but you know Vince McMahon's 76 years old. I was a little worried about it, but you know what? Overall, I was entertained. And to see Stone Cold Steve Austin come out there last night and do his classic stuff, he stunned Austin, he stunned Vince McMahon, and what has to be the world's worst stunner in the world I've ever seen. I felt bad for Vince, but man, Austin was having such a great time. You could see it in his face, man. Austin was just, I'm talking about Stone Cold, man. He was just living in the moment. And that after he Stone Cold stunned Pat McAfee. And kudos again, Pat McAfee sold the stunner pretty good, just spewing beer out of his mouth and just doing like a big stand-up, kind of like a Kurt Angle type of feel. But man, Austin was running around the ring doing this plane thing. Overall, I was surprised by it was a co-main event, and I was surprised by Pat McAfee's ability in the ring. His backflip off the top rope and landing on his feet. That took the world by storm. Quicker than the Will Smith slap on Chris Rock. Don't be missing out on any of my other videos. This is a short video. This is my takeaway. I want to know what you guys thought of Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory versus Vince McMahon with a little Stone Cold trickled in. I want to know you guys' thoughts on that. Put in the comments below. I really, really, really loved it. I loved WrestleMania this year. This is probably the best WrestleMania they've had in quite some time. That being said, I'm going to be talking about other matches this week, but I wanted to get the fun one out of the way first. It's probably my favorite match on night 2 of WrestleMania, in all honesty. I might rethink that one, but I want to know what you guys think. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later on.